Hello and welcome to this easy and simple winter scene in line and wash watercolour. It's a great technique for beginners and it should be a really fun tutorial. So what I've done is I've mixed a little bit of French ultramarine, which is this blue, with some Van Dyke brown, which is this brown. It's quite a grey brown. But when you mix them together, what you get is a nice, depending on the concentration, you get quite a nice bluey grey. So this is based on Emiliano's picture of Unsplash. I'm going to steal the sort of mountain bit here, and then I'm going to add a tree in the foreground. So the mountain is here, and then what I'm going to do is, this is Cardi paper I'm using. I'm just putting the sky in quite a sort of big daft gestural way, which I quite like. There you go. So there's the mountain that I've created there. Now what I also want to do is I want to do a suggestion of shadow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and then I'm going to create some contours, create some bits where you can't see, like that, and then add in some areas where there is a little bit of shadow here. Try and be a little bit delicate and do some sort of slightly pointy bits as well as some other areas. And then all this is shadow down here. I don't know what that bit is there, that bit of fluff, don't need that. Get off. And then at the very top we have some small little light areas there. Right, so that's basically the mountain created in one layer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wait for that to dry, or hair dry it, and then I'm going to put in some little extra details. As you can see from the reference picture, there's some slightly darker bits just in some of these shadow areas. There's actually another shadow area up here that I could put in, and then a more sort of rocky one here. It all helps to tell the story. Actually a couple more actually here. Let me go. So I'm going to hair dry that, and then we're going to come back and just do another quick layer there. Right, so for the second bit of this, I'm just going to use a slightly finer brush. Let me put some tissue here. I'm going to dry that off. Then I'm going to use the same paint, exactly the same paint, and we're just going to go in with layer 2. So I don't want to, I'll start at the bottom because I want to do some more detail stuff at the top, and this brush is going to be probably a little bit drier the higher up I get. I'm just looking at the picture and trying to add in a few little extra dark bits. I presume this is just where the stone or the rock on the mountain is poking through, and actually you probably don't necessarily have to do this bit. I just think it's a bit too much paint on there. I'm going to tap it off. It just helps tell the story a little bit. Probably it's a bit big. Let's pull it off. I like that little bit at the top, that's quite cool. And, okay, I think that's fine for that. Maybe just pull a little bit of that out. Okay, cool. So then the last layer is literally some trees in the foreground. Now, I would probably mix something a little bit richer to go there, and I'm not going to mix it all there because I want to keep the other layer a little bit darker. So what I'm going to do is just locally mix there. Let's give that a little test, shall we? And there we go. Is that darker? Yeah, that's fine. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a single tree here. So this is very much my Bob Ross moment. It's going to be a perfect little tree. There you go. And I'm just really not going to be too precious about this. Flicking the old brush out here. Now it may be that I go in and do another tree here. I don't really know yet. But you're going to come down here. Now I think it looks a bit weird on its own, so I might just do one and a little friend back here. And then maybe just another little one here. And then I want to just try and make this corner a little bit darker in here, so I'm going to just add in a little bit more pigment. Just splot that in. And dry my brush. Maybe use a tiny little bit of just water and soften that up a little bit here. There we go. So I think that's it. Now I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking that's not line and wash. That is, that's just wash. Well, just to prove you wrong, I'm going to put in some lines. Right. So here's your tree. It's still wet there, but I care not to jot. There you go, line and wash. So there you go. Now there's not a lot of line in there, it's mainly wash, but I mean I think that's the point about sort of line and wash as a technique, is it's not really just about the one stage and another. You've got flexibility, you can do whatever you want. So I hope you enjoyed that, a little winter scene, quite a quick one but fun. I hope you found that tutorial useful. I like these fast tutorials, they're a lot of fun to do, and it's always a nice way for a beginner to learn some new techniques, or a bit more advanced artist just to have a bit of a refresher, have a bit of a play, sort of hone your skills a bit. So I hope you give yourself the time to be brave and to just have a go at this, really. You know, it's a relaxing little process, no one's watching, you can make mistakes, you can have a play, you can adapt it, you can use different colours, do whatever you want. So I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. I've got some original artwork for sale on my website, and you can also buy me a coffee in the description below. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Bye bye.